Are in this game. Clark directing traffic and then steps back with the three over Brianna Stewart.
No one could have predicted it. Just a year ago, the WNBA seemed destined to remain quietly in the background. A loyal fan base, a few televised games, and minimal buzz outside basketball circles. But then Caitlin Clark arrived, and overnight, the league transformed from a sport into a movement, a storm, and for some a threat. From her very first game, Caitlin didn't just score points. She rewrote the playbook on attention. Arenas that once struggled to fill seats were suddenly overflowing. Kids proudly wore her jersey, and TV networks like ESPN and ABC battled for broadcast rights because viewership exploded every time she stepped onto the court. For many, she was the hero the WNBA desperately needed. But for others, she became a problem, because with all her spotlight came controversy. Whispers began circulating that Caitlin had uncovered something the league wanted buried. A confidential list of players allegedly protected from consequences, even when breaking rules meant to be absolute. Those whispers grew louder, and one name surfaced repeatedly, Brittney Griner. That's when everything shifted. What began as excitement and admiration turned into tension, jealousy, and open hostility. Caitlin wasn't just up against opponents. She was facing an entire system seemingly built to protect its stars while pushing her aside. The spark ignited, and the flames kept rising. Caitlin Clark versus Brittney Griner wasn't just a rivalry. It was a storyline tearing through the WNBA's core. Behind the headlines of record-breaking ticket sales and TV ratings was a darker rumor that Clark had stumbled upon something explosive, a protected list of players immune from punishment no matter how badly they crossed the line. Imagine that, a league built on equality, allegedly harboring a secret roster of untouchable stars. Eligibility rules ignored, scandals dismissed, violations brushed aside, all because some names were too powerful or politically charged to lose. For loyal fans, it wasn't just disappointing, it was betrayal. And for Caitlin, a player who built her reputation on discipline and hard work, it was personal. Determined to uncover the truth, she began collecting evidence. When rumors about the list spread, one name echoed loudest: Brittney Griner, the same player long surrounded by controversy. If the whispers were true, Griner wasn't just a beneficiary of favoritism. She symbolized it. She could get away with things others couldn't, say what others wouldn't dare, and still walk free. Caitlin knew exposing this meant risking everything, but silence would make her complicit. So she chose the harder path, truth over comfort. What followed turned a rivalry into warfare. On the court, what began as competitive intensity soon became personal. Elbows under the basket, uncalled fouls, and trash talk that crossed every line. Caitlin endured it all until it became obvious. Referees weren't just missing calls, they were avoiding them. Every night it felt like she was battling both the opponent and the system itself. Then came the breaking point. Reports emerged that Griner hurled slurs mid-game, words too ugly to ignore. And the viral clip proved this wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was about respect, accountability, and the league's silence. Fans erupted online, claiming if Caitlin had said the same thing, she'd be suspended instantly. But the WNBA's response was non-existent. No fines, no statements, no consequences. Still, Caitlin didn't fold. She played through it all, writing her response through resilience. And then came the infamous elbow. During a Fever versus Griner matchup, Brittney swung a vicious shot to Caitlin's throat. She collapsed, and fans gasped as replays flooded the internet. Analysts called it reckless, deliberate, dangerous, yet the league said nothing. No penalty, no apology. That silence spoke volumes, confirming what Caitlin had long hinted. There were two sets of rules, one for everyone and one for the league's chosen few. Her brief absence fueled outrage. Fans demanded justice, but none came. The double standard was impossible to ignore. Then, things went even further off court. In 2023, Brittney Griner was ambushed at an airport by YouTuber Alex Stein, who confronted her with cameras and loaded questions about her past. The video went viral, reopening old wounds and reigniting debate about who Brittney truly was, the victim or the problem. While some defended her, others accused the league of shielding her again. Watching from afar, Caitlyn saw the pattern repeating. Protection, silence, denial. And then the whispers about Griner's international controversy resurfaced. Her 2022 release from Russian prison in exchange for arms dealer Viktor Bout, the merchant of death. It left fans questioning why she was chosen over military veterans and political detainees. That decision, tied with everything happening on the court, made one thing undeniable. The WNBA's power dynamics ran far deeper than anyone imagined. The questions kept building, yet the answers never came. For many fans, the prisoner swap felt off. Their concern wasn't just about the government's move. It was about why Griner seemed to have protection at every level, from global politics down to WNBA discipline. To them, she wasn't just a star, she was untouchable. And when Caitlin Clark heard the rumors connecting that swap to the favoritism she'd already been pointing out, things became clear. If Griner could be exchanged for one of the world's most notorious criminals, was it really impossible to believe the WNBA would also shield her from fines, suspensions, or deeper scandals? The league's silence only made suspicions grow. No statements, no explanations, just a polished comeback story. Griner was portrayed as a hero of resilience, while fans' questions were ignored. For Caitlyn, the message was loud and clear. This wasn't just favoritism. It was power. Griner wasn't merely protected for her talent or seniority. She represented something much larger, something the league and those above it wouldn't allow to crumble. That realization changed everything. Caitlyn knew if she wanted the truth out, she couldn't just play basketball. She had to take on the people behind it all. And that's exactly what she did. For months, Caitlin Clark stayed quiet, enduring elbows, insults, and league cold shoulders while still filling arenas and breaking records. But when the prison swap controversy reignited and the favoritism whispers grew louder, she reached her limit. Insiders claim Caitlyn didn't just talk to teammates or drop hints. She went straight to the top. Reports say she met privately with WNBA executives. Bringing more than frustration, she brought proof. Documents showing biased officiating, double standards in player discipline, and even notes connecting Griner's special treatment to higher political motives. It wasn't gossip, it was evidence. And once word leaked that Caitlyn had confronted league leaders, the entire atmosphere shifted. Behind closed doors, Griner reportedly snapped. What had looked like typical veteran versus rookie rivalry suddenly turned personal. Once she realized Caitlyn had gone straight to the executives, the tension exploded. What started as trash talk and hard fouls became a full-blown vendetta. Caitlyn had a choice, back down or fight harder. And if her rise had proven anything, it's that she doesn't fold under pressure. Every attempt to silence her only made her stronger. By stepping into those offices, Caitlyn transformed from a player into a whistleblower, someone unafraid to challenge the machine that built the WNBA's image. And once she crossed that line, there was no turning back. Griner wasn't about to let it slide, and things were about to get uglier. Soon after the leaks, Griner's attitude flipped from quiet jabs to open hostility. If Caitlyn wanted to challenge the system, Griner would use every spotlight moment to remind her who held the power. It started on social media. After a big home win, Griner posted a victory photo with a caption celebrating the dub in front of the crowd last night. Except Caitlyn wasn't even playing. She was sidelined, still recovering from the throat injury Griner had caused weeks earlier. Fans saw that post for what it was, a public taunt. Then came the interviews. Instead of praising the WNBA's new energy, Griner complained that Caitlin had changed the league's vibe. She claimed games used to be calm enough for fans to get work done, but now crowds were too loud, too obsessed, too toxic. She painted Caitlin's influence as a problem, not the reason ticket sales and TV ratings were exploding. Fans didn't buy it. To them, Griner's words reeked of jealousy. Caitlin wasn't just another player. She was the reason kids wore WNBA jerseys, arenas sold out, and sponsors came flooding in. Calling that toxic sounded like resentment. But Griner didn't stop there. Courtside mics caught her taunting Caitlin mid-game. Smirks, eye rolls, exaggerated celebrations every time Caitlin missed a shot. It was all theater, and everyone watching knew who the target was. But if Griner thought she could bully Caitlin into silence, she was wrong. Every interview, every taunt, every petty move only strengthened Caitlin's case, proving her claims about favoritism and double standards were real. After months of restraint, Caitlin finally stopped hinting and started exposing. The WNBA was supposed to be entering its golden era, sold-out arenas, record ratings, and a global spotlight. But beneath that shine, the cracks were widening. And at the center stood Caitlin Clark and Brittney Griner. Caitlin's arrival lit a spark that revealed shadows the league didn't want to face. The secret list of protected players, the unpunished slurs, and the prisoner swap that defied logic. Fans weren't whispering anymore. They were demanding answers. Griner, once a symbol of strength, had become the face of controversy. Every shove, every mocking post, every ignored accusation deepened the divide between her defenders and those who said she embodied everything wrong with the league's culture of protection. Caitlin, meanwhile, had become more than a player. She was the face of resistance, the one unafraid to challenge the untouchables. If her alleged evidence ever goes public, the WNBA won't just face a rivalry, it'll face a reckoning. Now, the league stands at a crossroads. Keep quiet and risk losing the trust of its fans, or finally confront the favoritism and chaos Caitlin has dragged into the light. One thing's for sure, this is no longer just about basketball. It's about power, truth, and the future of the entire WNBA. So the only question left is, can the league survive the storm Caitlin Clark has unleashed? The arena went completely silent for a moment. That split second, right before greatness happens. Caitlin Clark stood just past midcourt, the shot clock winding down, her defender giving her too much space, thinking she won't shoot from there. But this is Caitlin Clark we're talking about, the player who redefines range every time she takes the floor. With one quick dribble, a step back that looked almost effortless and perfect balance, she launched the ball from 31 feet out. The crowd gasped before it even hit the rim. Swish! Nothing but net. The sound echoed through the building like a thunderclap. The opposing bench froze. Commentators shouted in disbelief. And at that moment, Caitlin Clark didn't just score 3 points. She broke basketball logic. That shot wasn't luck. It was preparation, confidence, and pure instinct coming together in one breathtaking moment. Fans have seen logo threes before, but this one was different. It wasn't a heat check. It was control. Clark knew exactly what she was doing. Reading the defense, seeing that tiny window of hesitation, and punishing it instantly. The way she sets up her shot is an art form. The low dribble, the quick shift in rhythm, the sudden rise before the defender even reacts. You can tell she's not just shooting. She's calculating. Every step back has a purpose. Every fake has intent. Her confidence stretches the floor in ways defenses simply can't handle. And the best part? She makes it look easy. But as incredible as that shot was, what came next sent shockwaves across social media. Just minutes later, Clark found herself face-to-face with Jacy Sheldon, a talented defender known for her quick feet and anticipation. The crowd leaned forward, sensing something was coming. Clark dribbled left, right behind the back, setting the rhythm, testing the angle. Then, in one explosive move, she crossed Sheldon over so hard that Jacy's balance disappeared. Her feet slid, her knees buckled, and before anyone could process it, Clark pulled up smoothly for another jumper. Splash! The entire gym exploded. Teammates were out of their seats. Cameras zoomed in on stunned faces. The replay played again and again, every angle showing the same thing. Caitlin Clark had just taken Jacy Sheldon's ankles and her confidence in one motion. Moments like this are why Caitlin Clark has become the face of modern basketball. She's not just scoring, she's performing. Every possession is a masterclass in timing, confidence, and vision. What makes her so lethal isn't just her shooting range, it's her court awareness. She sees plays before they happen. She manipulates defenders into traps, forcing them to guess wrong every time. And when they do, she punishes them with precision. Her mix of skill and swagger has turned her into must-watch television. Every shot she takes carries that "did she really just do that?" energy. After the game, analysts couldn't stop talking. Social media blew up with slow-motion clips of that 31-foot step back and the ankle-breaking crossover. Fans compared her to Steph Curry and Diana Taurasi, saying she's combining the best of both worlds, deep shooting with fearless creativity. Even opposing players admitted it's nearly impossible to guard her when she's in rhythm. That night, Caitlin didn't just lead her team to victory. She made a statement to the entire league. If you leave her an inch, she'll make you pay from miles away. And what's most remarkable is how calm she remains through it all. No trash talk, no over-the-top celebration. Just that quiet smirk that says, "Yeah, I knew it was going in." Her composure is what truly separates her. While defenders panic, Clark slows the moment down. She thrives under pressure, turning the toughest situations into highlight reels. That's why kids are showing up with homemade signs, wearing her jersey, and mimicking her step-backs on playgrounds everywhere. Caitlin isn't just inspiring a fan base. She's shaping an entire generation of players who believe the impossible shot can be made. As the buzzer sounded and her teammates rushed the court, Caitlin smiled, hugged her coach, and walked off with the same calm confidence she always has. Another game, another viral moment, another reminder that she's different. The kind of different that changes how people watch the game. Whether it's draining threes from 31 feet or breaking ankles mid-court, Caitlin Clark is rewriting what we thought was possible. Her journey from college dominance to professional stardom is not just about points or highlights, it's about evolution. She's turning the WNBA into a global spectacle, one impossible shot at a time. And tonight, she didn't just play basketball. She owned it.